Well, folks, welcome back to Good Things for Good People, the little tiny YouTube channel with great big dreams. We're changing the world for good, one viewer at a time. Today is pre-Turkey Day episode. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I promise this time. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which means most of us are going to eat our weight in turkey, potatoes, pasta type things, maybe have a bottle or two of wine, and hopefully spend our time around family and loved ones. However, not everybody will be, and that's important for us to keep track of. Unfortunately, as a lot of us are celebrating the fact that we happen to have friends and family that we can spend these holidays with, others do not. And as we go into the holiday season with Thanksgiving and Christmas specifically, keep in mind that there are those out there that may or may not have anybody that they can get to. Or people like my friend Paul, hi Paul, happy Thanksgiving, who are in retail or working in a business where they cannot get to their family. You know, it's not the fact that they don't have those folks, it's just that they can't get to them because of their work responsibilities. Paul works in retail, and he is stuck tonight working until, I believe, 10:30. And then he is going to be off tomorrow because their store is closed. And then he's going to be back in at an ungodly hour on Black Friday because retail. And unfortunately, his family is, I think, about 3 hours north of where he is. So he's kind of stuck. He doesn't get a chance to do that. So it's not necessarily even the people that you think about that, you know, that you would consider to be in a disadvantaged situation that you really should be thinking about on Thanksgiving. And maybe making sure you check in on them. Say, hey, how you doing? Or if maybe one of them was around you that's a friend, you know, reach out and have a Friendsgiving kind of thing. We've done that a number of times at our house, is invite the leftovers, you know, the lone wolves, the people that don't get a chance to get home to see their family or their friends on Thanksgiving, and reach out to those folks. You know, this channel is all about being able to do good things for good people. It's all about random act of kindness and showing the world that there really are good people out there. It's all it's about. We've got high dreams. We've got big hopes that we're going to be able to make, you know, huge impacts on the world. And I do truly believe that we will get to that point where we can make really big impacts on things. As the channel continues to grow, we are getting closer and closer to being able to really make this into something. And it's all because there's a lot of good people out there. You folks that are watching this video, if you've made it this far, typically speaking, you're going to be a good person, and you're going to be interested in this kind of a project. The idea here is we're just trying to get people together. We're trying to get people on the same page and build a team that are interested in using this social media thing to put positivity out there and to help people and to shine a light on situations where one or more of us can maybe positively affect a person or situation, a group, whatever. We've got a lot of ability here to do really whatever we want to, because there's nobody making these rules other than us. YouTube's going to let us do whatever we want to do, and just because this kind of thing hasn't ever been done before doesn't mean it's not going to be successful. I honestly, truly believe it is going to be successful. As we're looking at the analytics of this channel, we're just over a month old, and we're almost halfway to getting the subscriber base we need to be able to get monetized. We're doing very well on our watch hours, to the point where, you know, maybe we're a quarter of the way to being monetized. And as we get more people on the channel, and as more people tend to stay around for longer, and we get more and more watch hours out of people, the faster and faster that will grow. And we can end up being monetized by Christmas time. That's very possible. Things can get changed very, very quickly. And then once we get to that point, you know, all bets are off as far as what we could do to be able to help people. But we do want to keep things real small. We do want to keep things local and personal. I nothing against large charities and large organizations and, you know, philanthropic type stuff that's been established. Nothing against those people. But the nice thing with this is there's no question as to where that money is going to be spent. There's no question about where those efforts are going to be spent. Typically speaking, when you make a donation to a larger charity or to a larger organization, some of that's going to be used up by administrative costs. Some of it's going to be used up for marketing costs. Some of it's going to be used up for, you know, food and travel and blah, 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 blah. And ideally, we're not going to be any of that stuff. we're going to be able to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to be able to use the revenue generated out of this YouTube video to directly affect people in our local communities. Now, whether or not that's my local community or your local community, or, you know, I'm out and about and I just happen to see somebody and I'm in a different state or a different city or whatever, we're going to have the ability to make that decision ourselves to be able to directly target the good that we can do towards specific individuals and specific groups. Now, I did highlight Gobble Gobble Give Detroit the other day, and that's a wonderful idea. There's a couple of other groups that I'm working on reaching out to and getting in touch with to be able to highlight into the coming week and into the coming month. With December coming up, we're getting closer and closer to Christmas time, and there's a lot of options that are out there. Now, if you happen to be watching this video and you maybe are interested in doing some immediate good, there are always you know, kitchens that are out there and ways that you can donate your time or food or whatever into the holiday season, into the Thanksgiving season, which is still now. You know, tomorrow is going to be Thanksgiving, and there's going to be, I guarantee you, something within a decent range of you that you can get involved in if you truly wanted to. No pressure, you don't have to. It's just something to keep your eyes open. There are always opportunities out there to be able to improve the lives of other people. You just got to be watching for them. I do want to keep this short and sweet. I did want to cover a couple of quick things. And I want to talk about the analytics as far as how we've done yesterday and where we're looking at for the coming weeks. I did have a lunch meeting today, and we are going to be filming a video on Sunday about another charity that I want to get involved, or that I want to show you guys all about. And I think you guys are going to enjoy that. I think it'll do well for the channel. I'm going to hopefully be sitting down with two young ladies about their charity that they've got going on over there. And then I've got some other ones that I've reached out as well to be able to kind of develop some contacts with. One about veterans. There's a substance abuse one that I'm talking with. A homeless one that I'm talking with. An educational one that I'm talking with. I'm trying to kind of open up as many channels as I can. This is not my forte. I'm not a philanthropist by nature. That's not what I do professionally. But I feel like I can get into this space, and I think that as we develop this and as we see that it's going to be more and more possible to do, I think that there's going to be a really good chance for growth here and a really great ability to really highlight some of the things that can be done. And while we're doing that, we're also going to be making revenue that we can use directly for being able to do things. So I think it's a great idea. I really do. And I promise you, I'm not going to take my foot off the gas. We just got to keep playing the game. Keep going with it. It's going to win. We're just a matter of when. So let me go into the analytics. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but it was a good day yesterday. Other than the cold, rainy, crappy weather in Central Ohio, it was a very good day yesterday. Let's talk about the analytics, because if you've ever been here before, welcome aboard. If you're back, thanks for being here. But I do want to go over analytics, and I do try to share everything I could possibly share with folks to be able to keep this as transparent as possible, because I don't want anybody to be curious as far as where the money's going or any of that stuff. I want to keep this all above board so you guys can all kind of see how this process works. And it's also educational, because I'm actually learning. I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, and I'm even learning new things that I didn't realize that I didn't know. With launching this new page and this new project, there's a lot of things that are interesting there that hopefully you guys are learning from as well. So let's get into some analytics. It is 3:47 in the afternoon here on Wednesday, and let's talk about that. 460 subscribers. Way to go, us. Good job. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. Here is my YouTube short from this morning. It is slow rolling, I guess we'll call it. It is 7 out of 10, which is not great. As you can see here, there's my average, typically speaking. Some of these really take off, have 700 views in the first 5 hours. Some of them are in the hundreds, some of them are in the teens. You know, it just kind of depends. These do tend to kind of be a slow roll grow kind of thing. So with this average watch time or average percentage, I bet you will see this video continue to do well throughout the day. It's just possibly nobody's really seeing it at the moment, but I'd be interested to see where this goes. Typically speaking, with this viewed percentage, it's going to do pretty well. So let me get into the analytics of the total page here. Yesterday, we had a grand total of 738 views. We had a bump up in watch time, up from 28.4 to 36.2, which is awesome. And our subscribers went from 6 up to 7 up. So all 3 of our major metrics that we can look at have gone up, which is excellent. So thank you very much for everybody. If you are one of those folks that came over yesterday and joined the channel, I'm glad to have you here. We're glad to have you on the team. Please make sure you stick around until the end, and the more time you can spend on these videos, the better. As we continue to grow this thing, the interaction scores, the comments, the likes, the time spent on them, that's literally all we need you to donate. I don't want you to donate anything other than just your time. Now, interestingly, let's go here. Let's talk about yesterday's video specifically, okay? Here is yesterday's video. So, 187 views total, 22.6 hours total. Now, this little bump here, this is kind of typically how you would normally see a video. And this one, as you can see, the little gray line there, has done above average pretty much the entire time, but it's kind of just slow rolling here. One view, one view, one view, one view. And then at some point in time, at 10 o'clock this morning, it had another little push. And I'm not entirely sure what that was, but it does seem to have leveled off now into the afternoon. So, not sure what this is. This may be somebody shared it maybe, or this is YouTube, I don't know. But that's cool to see. Hopefully that continues to slow grow there. Being able to have multiple videos that are rolling at a time, that are growing at a time, is a huge help. But I want to show something here that actually I learned specifically, and this is going to go a little bit deep into the YouTube-y land. But let's click on our engagement. So our engagement is right on average, right? You can see it's just a nice long linear trend, right? So if we click on audience, and I apologize if this is going to get a little into the weeds for those of you who are not interested in YouTube analytics, but I think this is a pretty interesting experience that I didn't know would be a thing. So if we go in here to YouTube analytics, and we look at our views as of last night, so this does not include today. So 133 views total. 82 are from subscribers, 51 are from non-subscribed, okay? Now, if we focus on this number here, subscribers are around for an average of 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Non-subscribers are around for an average of 3 minutes. So you're basically 3 times the watch time on subscribed views versus non-subscribed views, which is a huge, huge difference. So we've got 14 and a half hours of this video out of 17 that are from subscribers. Now, the interesting thing is, where are these non-subscribed viewers coming from, and why are they only staying around for that much time? Well, the neat thing is, we can actually look at this and kind of extrapolate out where those people may be coming from. How many, what was that, 53? 51, right? 51 viewers. So, if we go back up here to overview, and we go to views, and then we go to see more, there's our views, okay? Now, if we click on traffic source, look at that, okay? So we got a bunch of pretty lines. And you can see this blue one is browse, which means YouTube just put it on people's homepages and people are seeing it. The green line is channel pages, okay? I shared this to the Lucor page right off the rip, right as I published it. So it kind of slow grew through this whole thing here. Now, the neat thing is, so there's our channel pages, right? Channel pages, 73 views. But look at the average watch time. 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Now, when I looked at this number last night, this was actually at, I believe, like 3 minutes. So maybe this has started to do a little bit better with the people who are coming over from channel pages. But that's by far the weakest group of people who are coming over. And this also could be a huge portion of people that are not subscribed. You can also see what the impression click-through is. So there was an impression on 2,079 people, but only 3.6% of people clicked on it, which is way less than our typical browse feature. So what I'm learning from this, and I'm going to go into one more deeper here. We're going to go back, and we're going to go all the way to the top, and we're going to go to Analytics, and we're going to click on Views. Okay, follow me here. Just give me a second. This is going to get, like I said, this is going to get pretty deep. So we're going to look at views from yesterday, which is November 21st, right there, to November 21st. Got it? So that's going to load up just our views from yesterday. And if we go to this video here, which is our video from yesterday, and we're going to go to traffic source. 56 views from channel pages, right? Look at that average watch time. 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Look at that click-through rate. Tiny. 3.8% versus 12.4%. So it's got less than a third, or basically a third of the watch duration. It has a ton of impressions, but almost nobody clicked on it. See how that works? Now, if I go into channel pages specifically, check that out. 91% of those impressions are from me sharing that to the Lucor page. So of the 36,000 people that are subscribed to that page, only 1,400 of them saw the video, or the link for it. Only 3.5% of those people clicked on that. And of those 51 people that came over from that page, look at that watch time. Less than 2.5 minutes of watch time. That's pretty eye-opening to me. I am actually kind of shocked about that. And I'm not trying to poo-poo. I know a lot of you came over from the Lucor page and are supporting this brand new project of mine, and I appreciate it. Obviously, as you can see, that's my day job. I am more than slightly shocked about that. However, it brings up a very important point, and I want to talk about messaging real quick before I let you go. Not everybody is your audience. Not everybody that you think would be interested in something is interested. Whether that's a friend, a family member, somebody on your Facebook, your Instagram, your whatever. And this just goes to show that if you put your message in front of the wrong people, they don't care. And interestingly, because those shares are so poorly done, because so few people are paying attention to that, because the click-through rate is so bad and the average watch duration is so bad, it's actually dragging the video down, which means YouTube is less likely to put it out there organically because I'm trying to push it, but I'm pushing it to the wrong people. I'm pushing it to people who aren't interested. And that's an interesting lesson. I've never actually gone down that far to that on a specific video to see what that is, but it speaks to the challenge of YouTube in growing the audience on this, because what you would normally think is, you know, there's 36,000 people on that page. Surely 10% of them would be interested in this. Surely 10% of people out of that group are interested in doing good things for good people, that are interested in, you know, some sort of YouTube philanthropy and, you know, giving back to the community. Surely they'd be interested and they'd support this. Only 300% or 300 of those 36,000 came over to this page. And the rest of folks who do see those videos clearly are not interested in it. So it is going to be tricky. I do still want people to share this. I do still, please do. If you reach out to people on your Facebook page, share the group page, the Good Things for Good People page on Facebook. We can drive interaction that way. We can drive interaction through YouTube shares. The tricky thing is we need to be careful of, and we need to be cognizant of the fact that everybody we put this message in front of may not care. And it can actually hurt the message by diluting it if you show the message to too many people that are not interested. So, interesting little bit of information. Again, I apologize for those of you who are not here for the deep dive into the the YouTube world. I've got a lot of this stuff rattling around my brain. I'm a very analytic person, so I would like to get into this stuff, and I found it very interesting. Hopefully you guys did as well. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. I think I went long again on this one. I apologize. Oh, and I'm also, by the way, not going to share this one to the YouTube page for Lucor, and I want to see how it does. I want to see how it rolls without that, and see if the watch quality is better, and see if the organic reach is better. I'm quite curious how that works out. So anyway, thanks for being here, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving. I love you. I'm so thankful for all of you being here. You guys are all awesome. I really look forward to this project and where it's going to go. I think we've got some amazing potential out of this, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Thanksgiving. We'll see you. Have a good evening.